Hey Cancer, thank you for all your likes, shares, and subscribes on these videos that I've been working so hard to put out for you. Your support keeps me going, and if you want to make sure that YouTube keeps serving you up my newest content, don't forget to subscribe. This is our daily reading for Cancer for July 8th, and at the heart of your reading we have the Four of Swords. This is the need to rest, reflect, recharge. I get this like recharging my batteries sort of energy, like someone whose social battery got depleted from a lot of people time. I get the sense of like being around a big crowd for longer than you were comfortable. And for some of you, things just stopped making sense. You were like, I know they just said words to me, but it's like gobbledygook. It didn't translate in my mind. Just because of that, like, exhaustion, social exhaustion. Your challenge being the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. It could be that you're having to put yourself in these situations where everything feels very taxing and too much and draining over and over and over again. And you're not sure what the pattern is, like what is the choice that you're making that keeps landing you in these situations. You want to break the cycle. You want something to change so that you don't keep... Well, I'm not sure what you want the result to be. We'll see. Like maybe you want to find a solution so that you can engage the way that the situation demands. Or if other people are pushing you into those situations and you'd rather not, you want them to understand and stop pressuring you to attend. Maybe you want to go, but you want to leave earlier. You only want to stay for like an hour, but whoever you go with has more of a social appetite and gets frustrated and doesn't understand. Like, why would you want to get all dressed up and drive all the way here just to turn around and leave in 45 minutes? Like, no, we're here. We're going to enjoy it. And that's because that's what they want to do. That's how they would prefer to handle it. And you're like, we keep doing it your way over and over and over again, and I want to do it my way for once. What is Cancer focused on? Two of Wands. You have a plan. You have a plan and you want to put it into action. What led up to this in the recent past? Okay, so you're backtracking. The Three of Wands has you already trying to put a plan in motion and waiting for other players in the story to do their part to drive the story forward. And now you've taken a step back to the Two of Wands, which is the planning stage. So I don't know if you're moving in a new direction or just tweaking the plan. Or someone let you down and didn't show up when they were meant to, or the plan sort of fell apart, so you're needing to go about it a different way. As the crowning position shows up, the Seven of Wands in reverse. Someone is so dead set that their way or their belief is the right way or belief, and they're guarding that very fiercely, very intensely. But because of this experience, part of the outcome is going to be more of a compromise, how do I want to say this? It's like they've had a 2-foot thick steel wall boundary. Very, very, like, not even willing to talk about it. It seems ridiculous to them that there's anything else to consider. They refuse. There will be no discussion. And there's like suddenly this door which makes the barrier permeable, which to me energetically is representing this like willingness to compromise, open-mindedness to a degree, where whatever they'd really been putting their foot down about isn't either it isn't going to impact you the same way anymore, so it won't be relevant to you, which could mean you're going your separate ways, or you take 2 cars to the event so you can leave earlier, or more likely, because this 7 of Wands is reversed, whomever is very, very strict in their mindset is going to start considering other ways of doing it. Start seeing the value in another point of view. In the near future, we have a Strength card. This is more of that meditative energy. A sort of inner strength. It feels very peaceful in the face of a difficult situation. And I believe that this is going to be your emotional response and centeredness throughout whatever the experience is. I don't think you're so much like pleased with yourself and surprised, because you expected this from yourself. You know that you have this inner strength. If you need to stay at the party past when your social battery runs out, this is developing a technique to, I'm going to go out to the lobby and sit in the dark by myself. I have a method for dealing with this. If I can't leave right now, I'm going to make sure that I maintain my inner peace without causing a scene, without making it anyone else's problem. But I'm not going to continue to keep myself in an environment that feels uncomfortable to me. I don't have to do that. No one has to do that. It's all wrapped up in this strength energy that I'm picking up. Show me what's going to affect the situation that's going to surprise Cancer. Going back to a situation you thought you'd put behind you. There's more of this like return to the past, here we go again sort of energy. Echoing the sentiment that I was expressing with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, we have the 6 of Swords in reverse. So, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but it does sound like something you thought that you had gotten past is going to creep up again, and you're going to be back in a scenario that you thought you wouldn't have to be in anymore. Show me hopes and fears. What is Cancer hopeful for? What are we afraid of? We have Temperance and the Lovers. Yeah, a long-suffering attitude in relationships. There's absolutely something to be said for being patient with your partner and willing to compromise. Without that, one partner is going to steamroll the other. But if the other partner isn't willing to compromise at all and never sees things your way, do you still want to be the flexible one? Do you still want to be patient and wait for things to fall in place where you're going to feel that your efforts and contributions to this relationship are reciprocated? That's your ideal. That's your gold standard for relationships. That's what you are bringing to every relationship that you're in. You really want to see that reflected back to you from your partner. Show me the end result. High Priestess in reverse. I think you're going to start to be, well, no. If you've been very communicative about your burnout, that's going to change and you're going to start to be more private about it. You have a way of understanding what's happening. I don't want to say a theory. It's an understanding. It's your interpretation, your vibe about the whole deal that's going on with you. And if you've been open in discussing your vibe about the whole situation with your person, then I think the High Priestess in reverse is signaling you're headed toward a shift to really start keeping the depth of your, it's not intuition, what's the word for this? Your paradigm to yourself. Like, maybe this is just something in my inner world that makes sense to me, and maybe I shouldn't expect a whole other human being to be able to like get inside of my head and see the world the way that I see it. This is my inner experience, and that's okay. It's for me. Now, if you have not been open and sharing and expecting your partner to climb inside of your head and see the world through your eyes, then I think the High Priestess in reverse is something different, which would be like, unfortunately, would seem like you are going to start ignoring your intuition. You're going to like get these intuitive hits, this knowingness, these downloads, and you're going to have a delayed response or feel like I don't need to do anything about that, or I can ignore this. It's not that big a deal. Show me advice for Cancer. King of Pentacles. There is something to be said for prioritizing financial stability, and in whatever aspect that's affecting your situation right now, Spirit is honoring that, validating your desire to feel secure and your understanding that having your needs met in a material sense is a requirement to feel emotionally secure. Now, if you haven't been as financially responsible as you might be, then Spirit's advocating for you to start paying more attention to that. But I think it's more the former. This feels like a very validating energy, like, hey Cancer, I see you. Maybe I know that you are keeping the peace because you're financially reliant upon this person. I don't know if it's exactly that cut and dry, but it has that energy to it. So Cancer, I hope that helped. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a comment down below and subscribe for more.